Thankfully, I'm on time, so I will make sure I get this episode review out of the way. I'm MegamanNG, and I welcome you to my Beast Morphers Season 2 episode review. Shoutouts to my friend Michael, aka BlueLink_OW, for providing me the link to the episode. You can find it on Dailymotion if you're lucky enough. Today we're going to be talking about Episode 3, A Dangerous Game. I'll provide a summary as well as some of the main points of focus. This review will not be long, but what I will say is that I have been enjoying this series thus far. Let us get started. Coral Harbor is having the finals of its annual esports championship, and Devon's taking part against an opponent. He gives it his all since his father is there to see Devin win. But he gets interrupted when Blaze and Roxy capture one of the controllers that were used for the tournament. Evox has a new plan up their sleeves, creating a new Robotron. To make matters worse, this new Robotron brings evil Ranger clones. Now, in order to stop it, the Rangers will have to get their game on to win. Can they pull it off? Well, I had to make the obligatory GX reference somehow, so yeah, new episode, new review. And thankfully, I'm making sure these reviews are on time. The plot itself is nothing to laugh at. It's pretty straightforward. The Rangers have to deal with a new Robotron that loves to get their game on. That's twice I gotta make that GX reference. In order to stop them, or rather stop the Robotron outright, they seek help from a gamer whose motivations are a bit understandable, and I'll explain that in a bit. Not only that, but I never thought we would see an episode involving video games of all things. Plus, since it's a fictional TV show, we're seeing like holograms and whatnot. Yeah, this is reminding me of Yu-Gi-Oh! For some reason. And plus, the Robotron's plan of doing things is clever, creating evil Rangers to fight against the good guys. Or rather, Ranger clones. To be fair, the whole evil Ranger concept has been done many times in the franchise. I'll list you a few examples. First, there's actually two examples from Mighty Morphin. Like one episode of Bad Reflection on You, and the other one is Mighty Morphin Mutants. There's also Power Rangers in space with the Psycho Rangers, and the Psycho Rangers are memorable in their own right. And there's also SPD with the A Squad, although the only difference here is that the A Squad really weren't much. They were just only appearing for a few episodes, and then they get their butts kicked in the final few ones, or that are part one of endings. However, in this case with Beast Morphers, they're just evil holographic Rangers who put up a fight. And this series also confirms that the Rangers have to be morphed if they wish to get help from civilians. Because the commander said it best, they don't want them to learn about their identities. Rule number 3 in the Ranger rules: keep your identity secret. No one must know that you're a Power Ranger. And yes, continuity. I have to say it because there's actually following that rule to a T. As for the Ben and Betty segment, yeah, it's still enjoyable since Betty really had fun dancing with a hologram to the point where, well, she falls in love with it. Sort of. Because in the end, let's just realize the hologram just ain't for her. And when Ben got involved, it got hilarious. I ain't got nothing wrong with it because yeah, like I said, I got nothing wrong with it because it's still just as fun. But hey, who's counting? I ain't complaining. And also I should mention that their stuff is always enjoyable because the chemistry is there. They don't disappoint. Now we bring up something that I feel is pretty much like the main focus. Devon's opponent, Kerry. She's got reasons for why she wishes to win the tournament, and for reasons why she has to resort to underhanded means to help her brother. We do get some backstory because her brother had suffered an injury and she needs the prize money so that way her brother can get the surgery so he can go back to playing soccer. But to resorting to cheating? Nah, it just doesn't work. Sure, she learns a lesson from this, but there's always an old saying, cheaters never prosper. Ironic because her cheating was what helped the Rangers have to deal with the evil clones. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed side. She does learn a lesson from this, but yeah, at least she learns that she can't resort to unfair tactics, even if it means helping her brother. The only good thing that I also like about this episode was that it shows that Devon's one heck of a selfless dude. I'm not kidding. He does win the tournament, but he doesn't want the prize money. He ends up giving it to Kerry to help her brother. I really like that. I really enjoyed it because, yeah, he's not only a good Red Ranger, but he also is selfless. He doesn't need the money. He got the trophy, and that's all he wants. He's more than happy to help someone else in need. And that to me is what I like about this show, because it shows that the characters are very caring people and not selfish. At least in the end, there's a happy ending. A very good happy ending at that. I really did enjoy this episode a lot. It's a solid one to boot. And we do get to see Evox at the end. And I really like how they're not showing not much of Evox, because on one side, it just helps build up the tension, wondering when he's going to strike. But on the other hand, I think it's all going to be good build-up for when the big moments come and when Evox becomes a dangerous threat. That just makes it satisfying. So yeah, sorry. Like I said, Evox doesn't like being the Red Ranger's dad, and it sickens him. Guess it kind of makes you wonder what happened to Devon's dad at the season 1 finale. I have to wonder about that too. Final score is a 9 out of 10. A really good, really solid episode. Has a few hilarious bits here and there, but overall I loved it. I really did. And I really hope that this season can continue to get better, because with 2021's new Ryusoulger adaptation, that's going to actually be the first adaptation that's entirely Hasbro, I have to wonder how they're going to pull it off. I may plan on having a separate video talking about this, because I'm a bit skeptical, I'm a bit worried, and I'm a bit concerned. I just want to provide my thoughts is all. And I do apologize if this episode review is not up to par. I had interruptions, and these interruptions are just no good. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. It helps out big time. Truly it does. And I will see you next week for the next episode review. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. Let's morphing.